down to Acapulco. I know I'm headed down to Acapulco with the long white sands where I might have a chance. Yeah, we're gonna head down to Acapulco.
The topic is why I'm still so optimistic. How many people heard my presentation last year? It was an expression of why I can be optimistic in light of all the things that are happening. I'm a website publisher that we do like 50 headlines a day. We've been 10 years we've been doing Freedom's Phoenix. And it's a news site. We also have a talk show. We have a magazine. These are magazine covers that you're seeing here. We do a newspaper. We have multimedia, blah, 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 blah. Go to Freedom's Phoenix, okay? The thing is that we have over 200,000 entries on Freedom's Phoenix. 200,000 stories. Of those stories, the only thing that I change, I have control over is the graphic. The link goes to wherever, original articles from people, a lot of names that you know, but I get to have editorial comment by the graphic that I choose. That graphic is, kind of gives me, when I go searching for graphics or I'm looking at different stories and so on, you can see a flavor of what's happening. My wife and I have been activists since '88. We've been doing this when I was, young like some of these young guys in here, and I knew what I wanted. I just uncover the secrets, expose the lies. I'm just tired of being bullshitted. So that's what Freedom's Phoenix was all about. This is representative of the first magazine that we did was just, we're just cutting the barbed wire, man. We're going to free people. All right. Now, the real goal is what? It's Generation Next. Now, there's Easter eggs and all of this stuff. You may recognize it's some Pork Fest stuff. So there's all kinds of Easter eggs, and I don't have time to go over this, but don't think I don't know what to be concerned about. Because our project, Defending Archimedes, that I'm not going to do this year, we're setting it up for next year. Because we started doing this project, it was all defending the genius of the future. Defending Archimedes. I don't want them to know who they are. I just want to be able to supply them with information. I have 10 grandchildren, 4 kids, 10 grandkids. I sit there and watch it happen. All of them live near us, so we get to spend a lot of time with them. So I'm going, yeah, man, they're freaking little Einsteins. But I know what government wants to do. They want to chip them and categorize them and track them and influence them and do exactly what the previous speaker was talking about. And then what? This is what they want to accomplish, and what are they doing right now? DARPA has brain chips that they're implanting to give you false memories now, not later. To get you what? Ooh, I'm a good soldier, okay? That's what's coming, but why am I so optimistic? I'm going, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Don't think I don't know this stuff. I see it all day, every day. But what a lot of people don't see are things that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to try and do as fast as I can. Just in the last couple of weeks, they cryogenically froze an entire brain of a rabbit, okay, and then reanimated it and brought it back. Oh, what does that mean? I saw it on Star Trek. Of course they're going to have, suspended animation and we get to go to whatever. I saw it on Star Trek. Alcor in Scottsdale. Alcor was started back in '72. Somebody saw the Star Trek episode, okay? In Scottsdale right now, they have cryogenically frozen entire humans and heads and brains and all they're doing that now. How did they do that? They just make them a beneficiary of my life insurance they say I'm dead, you get the benefit, freeze me, I'll come back later. All right, well they started being able to do that. I'm going, that's cool. Well, we can have Nixon for president forever then. You just put a head in a jar and on a robot, don't laugh, this stuff's coming. Space travel, Avatar, I saw it on Avatar, here we go. Now, you can also this is very interesting. Collagen is the skeletal framework that's left over of tissue after you take all the identifying DNA cells of whatever and you just kind of wash it out. Then you take stem cells from a patient, you put it on there, boom, it grows, starts beating, implant it, done. You think I'm kidding? They did this in '06 with a bladder. New windpipe for a woman that tuberculosis had damaged her windpipe. They did the same thing, grew it, boom, implanted it, done. This stuff is happening now. They're starting to do parts. Kids need ears. People lose parts of faces, tumors of whatever, 3D print it on a collagen scaffolding, add some stem tab, boom, done. And then cures for a lot of the problems, medical marijuana and a whole bunch of other stuff. You see me coughing a lot. I was like the day before we left to go to Acapulco. I mean, I got the flu hard. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. We went to Sprouts, and I go, all right, hook me up with the homeopathic or something. Hey, man, this is the crap right here. These little things, beads that you put under your tongue, taste kind of sweet, and minute, stop it, and done, did it. Boom, next day, done. And I'm still coughing up whatever, but all of a sudden, I didn't get sick. I go, I can not get sick, and it cost me no doctor visit. I vote that, okay? So, cool. Now, of course, we depicted in one of our magazine issues, free aid, we wanted to promote them a little bit, and we could see in the future, these are 4 or 5 years old. We knew this was coming. Why? Because we imagined it. I saw it on Star Trek. Heck, this is all designed to have Star Trek, okay? When you say free health care, you don't mean free, you mean free, which makes it almost free. Then we started getting into, in the last couple of years, I could see manufacturing. My children were brought up knowing that it's all about manufacturing and materials. It's how, it's carbon nanotubes. From 1991 in the Popular Science magazine, I could see the buckyballs coming in. We're going to have carbon. I could see that. I go, oh, it's going to be materials. It's going to be my Winnebago, spaceship wrapped in graphene with a frame of carbon nanotube pipe. It weighs nothing, and boom, go. And it's conductive. Shields up. Oh, you don't think so? Right now, they have jets that have graphene coating because it's conductive. They push a button, all the ice falls off. Yeah, okay. So I'm going, here's Elon Musk. He wanted to show that, okay, I'll tell you this real quick. 3 of my 4 children work at Honeywell Aerospace. One of my sons is an uber-duber, 26-year-old genius guy, kind of just cuz. So right now, they are already installing for this year 30 to 50 3D metal printers to start printing aircraft jet engines. SpaceX is already starting to do it, and they go, ooh, we got the Merlin design now. Oh, it's an assembly line of 3D printing rocket motors now. Let's rock and roll. This is coming, and how do they design it? You put on an Oculus Rift, or here they have it on a screen. He did a Kinect kind of thing, and he starts manipulating whatever he wants to do. Here's Elon Musk designing a rocket engine. It gets colored, he goes in, you know what I need to do? I want to go look inside the engine. I want to change a dimension of whatever. I want to build this pump thing. I want to do it, and boom, then I 3D print it out of titanium. Push the button from here to here in a day. Just imagine what that means. Well, let's take a look. Here we have General Electric already did it just as a hobby thing to made a working jet engine. This was just a few months ago. These are parts for jet engines 3D printed. This is where it's going. We've seen this before. It's Iron Man. All the stuff that you're seeing there, they've already doing. What happens? In Iron Man 2, Elon Musk, you may remember this scene. There's Gwyneth Paltrow and Downey there, and they're in this restaurant, and as he's walking out, Elon goes, hey, Tony, I got an idea for electric jet. Yeah, we should do that. Boom, the scene's over. What happened? Boom, it already starts, okay? This is where it's going. This is where it's going. How far from, just starting to, to do this that I'm going to get the word, oh, I'm sorry. A bunch of guys got together, they go, hey, we can already do this. We can do electric, vertical takeoff, personal vehicles just to show that they can. Sitting at a show there, why isn't every 7-year-old getting this at school? Just for the inspiration, just to be, when I was a kid, I was born in 61. By the time I'm in 1st, 2nd grade, man, we're walking on the moon. How inspirational was that? 67, 68, Star Trek starts. We get Star Wars. Last year when I was speaking, I'm going, yeah, but they gave me the Enterprise. They gave me the space shuttle. Oh, I got the 70s, I got a space shuttle. 80s, I got a space shuttle. 90s, I got a space shuttle. I got to launch the space shuttle for decades. This is government innovation for you, okay? So I'm like, no. My speech last year, where's my freaking flying car I was promised? When I grew up on the Jetsons, started in 62, they did episodes till 87. My kids, it cost me $29 and something to get 1 season of the Jetsons on Netflix so that my grandkids can watch it. They love it. Rosie the robot. communication, TV, all the stuff that's in there, hell, most of it's done. Hell, except for warp drive, as far as we know, and transporters, just about everything on Star Trek's happened. Probably a lot more stuff that we know too. Terra Fuega has this jet. These pods here rotate up, and these are propellers. So it takes off. Once it gets to cruising speed, these pods open up, it closes in. I'm waiting on this. They're going through testing now. But you know, while I was waiting on this, all of a sudden the Consumer Electronics Show, they got a personal transport drone that folds up like this in your garage. You put it out in the front, or you just call it as an Uber. You get in, it takes you wherever. Now, not later. We have been depicting this for years. This is young Arizona. We're like, you know, we should move out in the middle of the nothing. We can go, and I got you can see the wings kind of tilt like this to give me my vertical takeoff and landing. This plane is designed after, you know, a combination of a couple other planes I was inspired by. It gives us the freedom to go where we want. And this was an education one. I'm going, you know, it's going to be 30 to 1. How about 3 to 1? How about I got a tablet? How about I can go there? And here's space launch here. This is after Spaceport America that is already built in New Mexico years ago. They're just waiting for somebody to use it because it was a taxpayer you know. So here we have Spaceship 1, Spaceship 2 then. They're supposed to be taking over the tendency. They're going to launch their tourism rides to space from the spaceport. Then we have seasteading. You know, we put a seasteading out there. We have, you know, like if you're going to have a big bridge, you might as well, you know, have condos or whatever. But airships. I knew this was coming. Airships, it's lighter than air. The Canadian government, their Trans-Canadian Highway had a bunch of bridges go out or something. They couldn't get transportation. So they go, and I'm sitting there, I watch Gold Rush, and oh, we got to move this dredge, and we got to order this, and we can't go get the billions of dollars of gold on the source up here because we can't get that. What the hell? Get an airship and go and drop a sea container and we're there. What is the problem? Well, somebody must have been listening. The Avengers, we have the aircraft carrier that flies, and you go, that'll never happen. Really? Lockheed's already building them. This is happening right now. These things go up to 1,000 tons. So what does this mean? This means the entire planet is open, but it's not just the planet. You just go up to space. Hey, Blues go to space all the time. I'll take my house up there. What do I care? Yeah, but I got to get down. I got to make a meeting. I just do a space jump. You know, Red Bull did this. You guys ever see this? You got to watch it. Red Bull space jump. It's awesome. And of course I know they were going to do it. They did it on Star Trek. Damn it. So I'm sitting there, I'm going, all right, where would I go with this? How would I do it? I don't want, you know, a flying car anymore. I want a flying house with a flying car in my flying garage, okay? So you look out here, yeah, with graphene and carbon, I mean, it's light. I mean, for the weight of my cell phone, I can cover and kind of shields up cap. Oh, you think I'm kidding? Freight gets cheap, goes anywhere. Planetary resources. Planetary resources, big names, a bunch of money. You know, David Cameron, James Cameron, yeah, the guy that did Avatar, he's part of this, a bunch of other geeks, who cares? They go in and they say, you know what? There is enormous amounts of resources and wealth in near-Earth asteroids. I didn't know that there was more than just the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. There's asteroids that they got to keep track of right now. It's kind of whizzing around. You hear about them every now and then. Woo, there was a near miss, man. So they're going, you know, there's a lot of these asteroids. We just need to go and survey them. We do spectrometers on, kind of take a little, we need a satellite. We got to have an army of droids go out. We got to be like, you know, the Empire sends them out there and we go and track, ooh, that one, ooh, that's palladium. I want some of that, okay? And you go get it. Well, that's what planetary resources. Norway right now, in just the last couple of weeks, said, hey, man, screw ships. We're spaceships. We're going to be the center. Our laws are you get to own and have whatever, an asteroid, and it's yours. When this was going on, I talk about it to people, and it wasn't until some statist comes up and all of a sudden, wow, yeah, the asteroids, look, I know it. You know why? Because Congress just passed a law. What? Well, they say you can have an asteroid. What am I, waiting for the Alliance cruiser to come out and defend my property rights on an asteroid and the asteroid? Shut up. Seriously, this mindset, you just want to slap them around, you know? So they have these satellites, nano CubeSats. They've been doing it, communicate. I could go on and on. I want to do this at the end if I got time. You're talking about our satellite mesh network, internet, not on DARPA, they can suck it kind of thing. I mean, there's so much innovation that's going on there. But these are ion propulsion, okay? So you can send these anywhere in the solar system and go track something. They got all kinds of different configurations, and they're that big. Hello? So what are we going to do? We're going to go mine asteroids. We're going to build space stations out of asteroids. You think I'm kidding? I do. We're going to be on our space station orbiting Mars, mining an asteroid. If I can think it, it's going to happen. I think it into existence, you're welcome. We talked last year that SpaceX, 9 engines. The first stage of SpaceX Falcon 9 rockets goes up. That's an enormous amount of money. So he goes, man, I just need to be able to, if I can land the first stage back, the whole damn thing, instead of it costing me $60 million, it cost me 200,000 kerosene and oxygen or something. I can do that. Boom. Just a couple of months ago, they landed. They go off Cape Canaveral, goes up, first stage comes back, land. Boom, shakalaka. That's a big time savings. They have a barge that they wanted to do on it. They tried a couple of times, hit it, fell over. This last time, it was successful. It comes down, it lands, and it fell over because the leg went out. Damn it. But yeah, freaking hit the X. Are you kidding me? Dragon is the 7-person capsule that they have. He's already been going to the space station. They've already been doing this. I mean, they're rock and rolling and whatnot. Blue Origin, this is Jeff Bezos from Amazon. He's already gone up, sent that up, and landed. This is just November or December. Hear about that a lot? Every 7-year-old know this? No. I want my flying boat. In my flying house, well, a suspended boat. This is called the Halo. The Halo has all your toys in there, your scuba equipment. It's got your speedboat, it's got your whatever. Imagine that right there. I want to go see the Baja 500 from 1,000 feet and land and kind of cheat and get ahead with my little buggy or whatever, okay? I mean, you can do, this is what's happening. Airship of the future, just imagine. At 12 years old, I was imagining this stuff. I'm going, why are we, it's because just like the state, we have placed hurdles in our own mind, and the resources that are now coming out of this generation, because they've invented some new application, because they have got a bunch of Bitcoin back when, because of whatever innovation that they can come up with, they are given the resources and they do this. Bigelow Aerospace is the guy that owns budget suites and hotels. Bigelow out of Las Vegas paid $60 million for a Russian rocket to put up 2 space stations, been in orbit since ~06. Genesis 1, Genesis 2. Go look it up. They're now building ones that goes to the space station. They go, oh yeah, put it on for us, because we don't want you to just go build your own. Screw you, man. I'm going to have my own Lagrange point kind of 2001 Space Odyssey party, all right? This is coming, not later, now. This is just a little bit for you guys to see what's going on. How much time? Let me check my thing. Because what I really wanted to give you an idea. Hey, man, it says I got 11 minutes left. Are you kidding me? Defending Archimedes, I got scared when I realized that all of the innovations that are available for our youth and my grandkids that are available to them, I mean, lots of good curriculum, Khan Academy and so on, but all of a sudden Bill Gates, gets in with Khan Academy. One of the traits of Khan Academy, you get an account and it has your child, all of a sudden, how much do they learn? They can repeat something. They master that one, it goes to the next stage. They learn another thing. They get points for it. They want their own account. Oh, my little brother using this, because I want to look at my line. I'm smart and I'm learning stuff, and it's a reward system. And you can, as a parent or a teacher, you can go on and see the whole class and who's the real smart and the genius and kind of whatever. And I'm going, hell no. I would love to have resources to that information privately. I want to be able to see how my child is learning, how smart they are. We do this with luminosity. Look, train your brain. And Big Bubba gets to know how well you're doing, okay? So I do not want to have a situation. That's what scared me. There were so many resources out there, but it was all my child's brain on the internet for somebody or everybody. So then I'm going, okay. Then I find out, just in the last couple of months, there's a story, just search it, California, DNA 1983. Since 1983, the little blood that they get off the heel of every baby and they put a blotch on, they take little hole punches and they sell the DNA to anyone that will buy it. Pharmaceutical companies, government agencies, law enforcement, whatever, been track everyone born in California since 1983 is DNA sampled available for anybody. Now, if we have traits and we start to see with your mind and my grandchildren, they're seeing how great and smart and wonderful they are, and they overlap it with DNA, all of a sudden little William Wallace's are getting offed at 5 years old. You feel me? This is like the Alliance, 2 by 2 hands of blue coming to get grandkids. Hell no, okay? So my thing is I'm going, this is what my goal is. I need the distributed internet that is going to provide for encrypted accounts for me to have access to all of these benefits and apps and use of data and cloud and all that kind of whatever the heck you want to do, but I either do it on my own system or I am an encrypted account on another system. Now, Airbits, a Bitcoin wallet that I use, uses this kind of technology, so I already know it's possible. MaidSafe's coming, Alexandria, Descent, Storage. There's other ones that my IT guys are telling me, going, wow, man, this distributed computing where there is no censorship, there is no place one server, there is no access unless you want. This is what's going to free us. This is why I know we're going there. What provides all of this is just the imagination of a young 12-year-old that just knows. And then he sells PayPal, gets a lot of money, and just does it. Peace.
Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?
By the 21st century, the statists had taken over the world. After 9/11, the savage union of the war on terror and the war on drugs squelched the last flickers of freedom. Central banking-backed wars raged. Violence, imprisonment, and theft had become the norm. Not many could see any other way. Hope vanished. But then, when things looked their darkest, something happened. A surprise, and just in time. From the valleys, fjords, and suburbs rose the anarchists. From the cities, factories, and the dark web came the anarcho-capitalists. And from every other nook, corner, cranny, and drum circle, the voluntarists. Some said it was too little, too late. The war had already been lost. You can't change the system, they cried. And the anarchists answered, you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. One rule to heal the world, one rule that binds them. One rule sets their moral compass and aligns them. The N-A-motherfucking-P. And with that, they gather again, as they do every year, in Acapulco, Mexico, this coming February for the 3rd annual Anarchapulco. Speakers include Larkin Rose, Jeffrey Tucker, Jeff Berwick, Adam Kokesh, Milo Yiannopoulos, Lauren Southern, Luke Radowski, Julia Toriansky, Roger Ver, Rick Falkfinger, Dana Martin, Judd Weiss, Max Egan, Josie Wales, That Guy T, Anarchy Girl, Sasha Daygang, Barry Cooper, Mark Victor, Trace Mayer, Ian Freeman and Mark Edge, Rosalind Ross, Tim Moen, Dan Dix, Dale Brown, Christopher David, Stephanie Murphy, Derek J. Freeman, Derek Brose, and many, many more. The headline musical act will be Eric July and Backwards. In and around the event will also be the Dollar Vigilantes Internationalization and Investment Summit, Change Media University, and the world's largest ayahuasca ceremony held by Barry Cooper, Ayahuascapulco. Plus, Terry Brock's Fund Your Freedom entrepreneurial course, Adam Kokesh's homesteading workshop, Sasha Daygame's Anarchy in Relationships course, Dana Martin's Free Your Family workshop, and much, much more. And it will all be held the last week of February 2017 in Acapulco, Mexico at the 5-star Mundo Imperial Resort and Convention Center. Go to anarchapulco.com to stake your place in history. The world might just never be the same. Evacuate the state. Brave the future.